You know what, guys? Yeah, usually I don't want to do videos like this because I'm very much one of them people that it's like I ignore stupid things. I ignore stupid things. I ignore things that don't really require much. Like, you don't want to give it attention. Do you get where I'm coming from? You don't want to give these type of things attention, but some things do just slip through and just irritate me. And right now, it's the discourse around Marcus Rashford, right? It's the discourse around it. And Dean Saunders from TalkSport has riled me up today, man. He's riled me up with his comments, and I'm going to get into it. And usually, as I said, I don't want to give this stuff attention, but I got it because I feel like, as one of the prominent kind of like black football creators in the space, right? It's something that I have to speak on. I feel like it's a responsibility that you have to speak on this type of stuff. And I'm going to get into the video of what Dean Saunders said, but it just highlights that there's so much of this football discourse when it comes around these black players. As much as people want to say, oh no, there's no racism, it's the undertones. You see it. You see it in their eyes. You hear it in their voice. You see the vim that they speak about when they speak about certain black players. And Marcus Rashford is one of them. And I have to defend him in this case. Like, yeah, Man United fans, some might want to see the back of him. And I don't care. In this instance, right, what Dean Saunders said is just wrong. And first and foremost, guys, yeah, I'm going to play the video so you guys understand. Shout out to 360 TV because I wouldn't have seen it without them. And listen, I actually put TalkSport on in the background. Now, a lot of them say silly things, but I put TalkSport on in the background. When I'm cleaning my house, when I'm doing whatever, sometimes TalkSport is on. I'm going to be honest. And because it's just, for me, it's just light chat. I like Simon Jordan as well and just whatever. But in this case, right, TalkSport need to have a word. TalkSport, you need to have a word because I've done something with TalkSport for once. TalkSport, you need to have a word because stuff like this is how narratives get pushed. This is how agendas get pushed. And this is how dangerous rhetorics fill the world. Do you know where I'm coming from? Guys, I'm going to play this video real quick for you guys. So like I said, shout out to 360 for getting this one up. But let me play this video now.
Man United get rid of him and make him train on his own. And then he goes to Aston Villa and they don't want him. And he goes to Barcelona. Hansi Flick, the manager. And Deco, who's his director of football, I think. I don't know what's going through their heads. What have they been watching that we haven't?
He doesn't deserve the move.
No.
He doesn't deserve to go and play for Barcelona for what his performances he's put in at Manchester United have been pretty shambolic, right?
I thought he was nearer to going down the road of Dele Alli than he was of going to Barcelona. I thought he's nearer that road. I'd say to him as well, look, bin the Rolls Royce because fans can't pay, some of the fans watching you can't pay the electric bill.
Yeah.
So
get rid of the Rolls.
Read the room, right?
We wanted to drive around in a Mini Cooper.
What other idiot would drive around in a Rolls Royce or a Bentley like that? Bin the Rolls Royce. Fans expect you to have a nice car. They expect you to have a Range Rover, an S-Class Mercedes. But Elton John and Elvis drive around in 700 grand Rolls Royces. Don't they?
Yeah.
So,
but they are the modern day rock stars.
Well, yeah, don't be a rock star. Be like Scotty Scheffler.
Fuck is Scotty Scheffler.
He's the opposite, isn't he? He just gets on with the job.
Like, honestly, like, guys, if you just can't see the pure racist undertone in that conversation, then you can't be helped. Like, listen, the whole, does he deserve to go to Barcelona? Does he deserve? For me, you deserve, if the football club want you, you deserve to go there. Like, you can say, oh, Rashford's not good enough, but if you want. But the football club have gone in for Marcus Rashford, which means he deserves it. They have gone in for him. They have put their money where their mouth is. They have given him his contract. That means they understand what they want out of Marcus Rashford. What has that got to do with you guys? Right? First and foremost, that's the first thing. What has that got to do? The whole deserve, okay, cool. You guys are trying to keep that on a football matter because you think that he was going to go the next way, whatever. I disagree, but whatever. But then talking about the fact that he has a Rolls Royce, what the hell has that got to do with anything? What has that got to do with anything? And the thing is, the only reason Dean Saunders knows that Marcus Rashford has a Rolls Royce is because of the video that come out of Marcus Rashford stopping to sign kids' shirts, to take pictures with kids in his car. So for doing a good deed, you're talking about certain kids can't pay their electricity bill. What the fuck has that got to do with Marcus Rashford? What the hell has that got to do with professional football players? And of all the football players in this country, for you to aim about kids you're using it for Marcus Rashford, the guy who was feeding kids and got cooked for it. You've got it all wrong, Dean Saunders, bro. This guy has got it all wrong. This is what happens when undertone racist mentality seeps through. You start losing your sense. You start saying anything. Man's talking about council pay. That's the whole thing that Rashford has pushed his brand on. Man was beefing MPs for the kids. And this guy's talking about, you don't want to see, what kind of idiot? Why are you calling him an idiot? These are the people that people will look at and listen to about football. And then it's the content creators and stuff that people will say, put down the mics. But these are the people that are getting big gigs. These are the people that are getting jobs. Dean Saunders. And for me, it sounds like hating. Brother, because you weren't good enough to drive a Rolls, don't hate. Don't hate, because I'm about to go through your career. Let me tell you, I'm about to go through his career. But this is why we have to defend people like Rashford more. And look, I'm critical of Rashford on the football side of things at Man United at certain occasions. Bro, everybody's critical of a football player. You can criticize. I don't abuse any players, nothing like that. But you can be critical. You could be unhappy with what's going on. You could want more. That's natural. But when you're starting to speak about this off the field stuff, it screams jealousy. It's weirdo behavior. Because I don't understand what that has to do with anything. In fact, listen, I'm a young kid. If I want to make it in football and I'm seeing these guys driving around in big boy cars, I want to get that. That's going to inspire me. Why is that going to demoralize me? If I see Rashford, I look up to Rashford, I see him pull up, signing my autograph in a Rolls Royce, about to head off to Barcelona. You think I'm not going to be inspired? I'm going to sit there, go home and be like, Dad, oh my God, I saw Rashford. And he was in a Rolls Royce and we can't pay the electricity bill. Bruv, hustle. That's going to make me hustle. That's going to make me want to take my mum out of the hood. That's going to make me take my dad out of the hood. Not flipping demoralize me. It's honestly the most stupid, most hateful thing that I've seen in a long time. He didn't even know how to explain. Scotty Scheffler, you're just waffling. You're just genuinely waffling. Calling him an idiot. Like, this type of stuff is crazy, bro. This type of stuff is crazy, and this is what gets allowed. Jamie O'Hara had his opinion about he doesn't deserve. I disagree, but whatever. Let's get it right. Let's have it right. Marcus Rashford has moved to 2 teams so far better than Manchester United in this current stage. He went to Aston Villa and went and played Champions League football. And the Aston Villa fans still to this day talk about his PSG performance, where they almost came back. He was the biggest threat on the pitch. And now he's gone to Barcelona. Ain't nothing that's happened at Manchester United been because Rashford's not good enough to play for Man United. Off the field issues, manager issues, the beef with Amorim, the club, the wages that he's on. A lot of things play a part into why Marcus Rashford's not at Man United at the moment. And I'm not absolving him of anything. However, turning around and making it out like, why should a team that's above Man United take him? So what should he do? Play for relegation clubs? Because Man United finished 15th. So what you're telling me is Marcus Rashford should be playing for relegation clubs. Talking of relegation, let's go through Dean Saunders' career. Because obviously, look, he's played the game. So he feels like he can speak on people like that. You know what I mean? Totally out of context, not having any care in the world. So let's talk about him. So first and foremost, let's look through. I didn't watch Dean Saunders. I wasn't old enough to watch Dean Saunders. So I'm here to be educated too. So let's go through his wiki. Let's go through his wiki. Decent goal scorer of what I've seen. He scores goals. His career honours. FA Cup. 1 FA Cup, 1 League Cup, 1 Turkish Cup. So already off the bat, Marcus Rashford has won double the trophies that Dean Saunders has. Marcus Rashford has won double the trophies that Dean Saunders has. Marcus Rashford is, how old is Rashford right now? 27 years old. And he's about to go to Barcelona. He's already won 2 times the trophy that Dean Saunders has won. That's one thing, right? Dean Saunders, I know he scored in the FA Cup final for Liverpool. He scored in a cup final, I think, for Galatasaray as well. But a lot of bad luck follows Dean Saunders too. Because I was reading through this Wikipedia, people. Relegated with Oxford. Dean Saunders. Relegated with Oxford. Relegated with Derby County. Was part of the Liverpool team that had the worst finish in there for 30 years. He signed for 1 season, scored goals, but they had their worst season for 30 years with Dean Saunders at the club. Aston Villa scored goals again, had a little title charge, but in the end, he left them 16th place. 16th place. Only 1 place short of relegation, should I say. Relegation follows this guy. Galatasaray, he did okay, scored in a cup final, but overall it wasn't impressive. He goes off to, He goes off to Sheffield United. No, he goes off to Nottingham Forest. And guess what? He gets relegated again. Okay, interesting. Then he heads off to Sheffield United. Whatever he does at Sheffield United. Heads to Benfica, flops. Heads to Bradford. And guess what? He gets relegated again. Dean Saunders, relegation followed you. You got relegated 4 times as a player. 4 times as a player you got relegated. You had a 16th place finish with Aston Villa. You had the worst finish in 30 years at the time with Liverpool. These are all while you're scoring goals, you're happy. But your team are suffering. And let's talk about Dean Saunders as a manager, right? Let's talk about him as a manager. Dean Saunders' record as a manager, he has 111 wins and 111 losses. He's lost the same amount of games than he has won as a manager. So you're a trash manager. Let's have it right. You're a trash manager. Rashford can probably become a manager and be better than you. And let's see what he did with that record. So, Dean Saunders, let's see. He got relegated with Doncaster. Shock. Got relegated with Doncaster. He got relegated with Wolves. Shock. He got relegated with Wolves. He got sacked from Chesterfield after he left them in 16th place. Relegation follows Dean Saunders. So before you start speaking on other people, before you start speaking on Marcus Rashford and speaking on him on that way, because I'm tired of the way people speak about these black football players, bro. He can't have a nice car. Because of what? He's a Manchester United football player about to go to Barcelona. Why can he not have a nice car? What do you want him to drive? As O'Hara said, a Mini Cooper. Relegation followed you. Relegation didn't follow Marcus Rashford, mate. Don't hate. 1 more trophies than you. Better goal scoring ratio than you. So if he didn't deserve these things, what did you deserve? Because the vim that he spoke with, idiot, blah, blah, blah. I don't like all of that stuff. I don't like it. It's the same thing that I'm seeing with the Noni Madueke stuff. I saw him doing a bit of skills with his brethren, and he's saying, I want to line you up, G. And people are saying, line you up, G. Bro, all this racial undertone stuff is starting to get on my nerves, bro. It's just getting on my nerves. People need to just stop that shit. But I know racism follows in football. But you guys can be Twitter trolls and do that, whatever. It's never, Elon Musk, that's his issue. He's going to have to deal with that. He's not going to, is he? But going up on platforms and speaking that shit, that needs to be clamped against. It's disgraceful. It's absolutely disgraceful, bro. Marcus Rashford, good luck at Barcelona. I will be watching. I will be following Barcelona this season. As I said, I'll be following Barcelona for this year, people. Guys, like, share, subscribe, turn notifications on. I'm sick of these type of people, bro. I'm sick of these type of people. Anyway, this is just a quick rant. Man, the hate in people's eyes, and they'll turn around and say, oh, I'm not being racist. Man said Elton John drives it. Scotty Sheffield. Bro. Dean Saunders. I'm on to Dean Saunders for the rest of my life now, bro. I'm out. Peace.